We're actually going to have two different PSA reveals here. This is the first one. I admit this one is going to be all over the board. This is 39 cards. You can see the final value is $1,800. And I think towards the beginning we should be heavier on tens. And once we start getting in here, unfortunately, the values go up. But especially down here, I know that these are going to be all over the board. This behind the glass Jordan is going to be probably an 8. These 90s, and never know what they're going to do with this Tim Duncan. These bat cards, there could even be some 7s in there. I did still feel they are worth it to do, but they are going to be all over the board. And again, even like some of these are going to be low numbered cards. I just thought focus. I just thought they needed to be slabbed a little bit more on the expensive side, and might not be a ton of profit, but I think it's going to be a roller coaster. A lot of ups and a lot of downs here in this one. And then we're going to have a bonus one down here. You can see here 2 cards almost equaling the value of the 39 cards, but that is why I will admit there is an upcharge on this one I had to approve. I have a feeling it's the Otani, but already $1,000 into it, so we shall see. Now, things happened, got a little busy, so unfortunately missed the boat on this one, and all the offers that PSA had, which all I can say is that the email there were offers. I missed them all. They're already shipping it to me, and so that stinks because the last one will certainly help. They went 78 for 78 in PSA 10s, but got about $2,000 in PSA things. So we might have just lost $2,000 in potential. Is that okay to stand there? So this is, again, hopefully high 10s here, but we can go ahead and get started. Got I think 4 or 5 of these Jacob deGroms. Not that he's a huge thing, but these are all the Topps chrome. I actually thought they were greenish, but maybe just the chrome. I remember them all being green, but can't complain with this for the thing here. And again, I'm not sure if they're ever going to have any offers, which would stink. But yeah, those are probably low pop there. So the PSA estimate might be able to still look up offers and send them back to them. But that would, of course, be some mailing costs and wasted time. But this one I just thought looked good. This is the Bryce Harper. Should just be a base. And PSA 10 will certainly work. I would imagine that the pop count there is low. I don't know what they would offer there. Now, this one is a purple one. The only reason is because it has, well, I think it has Buster Posey on it, but it's low numbered. I thought it looked really good. I think it just says San Francisco Giants, but yeah, so there's Buster Posey on there. I sure hope it's Buster Posey because I don't know who else would be catching during those years. Maybe the back says. But at any rate, I know we're just kind of wasting time, but I'm pretty sure it was Buster Posey. That's the reason I sent it in. But regardless, this is kind of what we were hoping for as high 10s. This is just a base rookie, so not a super expensive one, but should be a 10. And that'll certainly work. I don't think that's all that expensive. Yeah, PSA estimate 35. We'll see. Now, this one was a rare one. This one, I think, had some minor issues. I thought it had a chance to gem. Probably does deserve a 9. But the black and white throwing, I think, is a rare version. This was really hard to see and what really is what. And so I think it's labeled correctly. I had to check the pop count. But this is where, again, I had some more pristine. Almost always have to send in some pristines. And these should be 10s. With all these, I know Gleyber Torres isn't probably the best one to send in. But they look so good. And still selling these fairly well, so really can't complain. Salvador Perez got some autographs here. They all look good to me. Now, I think a couple of these ones are going to be gold autographs, like this one. This one is the gold, and this one did have some things I thought it was a chance. This would be nice at a 10, number to 50. So that's a nice one. Dale Murphy actually has some good number of fans out there, at least some collectors that like him. This was another one that I don't think this guy's around too much. I think it's just a base, but can't say I know much about him besides it looked good and got a terrible signature, but who cares if it's a 10? So far, can't really complain. I guess another base. I don't remember buying all these soccer cards, but this one I think is just a colored one. I don't remember if it's purple or blue. Blue and looked good, and certainly take that. Now this one too, I sure hope this was, I think, an image variation or at least a short print, and it looked really good to me. And so these chrome ones sometimes are hard to tell, so that'll certainly work. And maybe it was just a refractor. I thought it was a short print, but maybe it was just a refractor version. But PSA estimate 35 seems way too low. Now these I thought looked good. There's 3 of these. I remember paying up for these. I don't know why, but this was kind of hard to see with this Sapphire edition. I don't really know. Now the PSA estimate at $96, that'll certainly help because I did pay up for these. I mean, not terribly, like 15, 17 bucks a piece, but and it just, I mean, there's so many lines in there. It's hard to tell, but they all look good enough to me, and maybe I can still squeak out fiddlesticks. But I don't know what those will go for, but that was a little frustrating. Now this one here at Malik Willis, this was sent in like November, and I don't remember if he had any starts in at that time, but he just looked good, and I think the card looked good. Now it does have some raised surface things that was tough, but I think that could be nice going in next year when he has a shot at the starting quarterback somewhere. He's going to sign a contract and have a legitimate shot to start. So probably save that for a few months. This one is just a cheap card that looked really good, so I sent it in. It deserved a 10. I would imagine the pop count is low. I even don't know what that set is, but kind of a cool little background. I thought it's non-licensed, so that's going to hurt it, but there's enough Randy Moss fans that are looking for that. Now this is, oh yeah, I forgot about these. The hot box foil, these look good. I thought with Georgia, should be winning some national championships, but both the foil version, I think I sent in 2 of these. 2 PSA 10s would be really nice. And I think I did a mini Stephen A. Smith next. And I don't know, I've gotten hurt bad on these minis, and so that'll work. I do remember just a base, but it looked good, so I sent it. Now, this is a stretch where I just thought they should be in case. If I remember correctly, this one is numbered to 3 or 5. It's not going to be a 10. Probably does deserve an 8. Certainly hoping for a 9, but you can probably even see some white corners in the top 2 corners starting there. So, but I just thought it's such a low numbered, and I still think somebody's going to want that card, especially encased. And again, same with this card. There's not a lot of Brian Bulaga autographs. If I remember correctly, the autograph looked terrible, but should not gem. Yeah, the autograph is awful, but I just thought there wouldn't be a lot of those around. And so I understand even 2010 seems like it's too recent, to be honest with you. But at any rate, I guess it's 16 years ago, but that's the only reason I sent it in. I think I can still kind of set my price and wait for might take a while. But this one looked good. It's the only reason I sent it in. I think this should be a 10. And PSA estimate of 30 seems awfully low. I know people probably aren't knocking down the doors to get Carson Palmer, but we'll see there. Now, this one will not be a 10. You can see this is a black 101 that's had edge issues. I think it should be a 9. I don't think I can argue with an 8, but with an all-time great, I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I just thought with the 1-on-1, it should be slabbed, and I understand with an offensive tackle might not be the most sought after, but just thought it should be encased. And there. Now this one, the only reason I sent this and the Pedro in is because they looked really good. But what they do with 90s, I have no idea. And we'll see what it is. I just that I thought was a 10, and I just can't figure out what they do with the 90s, and so I need to stop sending him. Now, even there, it looked like there's some edge issues, but on the right towards the top. But certainly didn't see that when I had it. But I don't think there's a lot of these around. This is a platinum team set. I bought a whole bunch of these, and I don't know what a 9's going to do. Just have no idea. They got an estimate, which means it's not the first one. I'm sure there's some, but there can't be a lot of those around. So that's another reason I sent it in. Oh, great. Oh, you're kidding me. The Michael Jordan? That stinks. That one deserved an 8. But now here's again some 90s. They look good, and I think they deserve 9s. I think I can make money on 9s. But again, what they do, this is a little silly. You can keep going with these. Second 8.5 recently. So I just, how hard, this is stupid grade. But they're grading those way too harsh. And this one's numbered to 125. I think it did deserve a 9. And to be honest, I'm happy with the 9. It's a rare Tim Duncan card, lower numbered. I think that PSA estimate with $88. I just looking real quickly. I spent $53 on it, so we'll see. Now these next 3 after the Tim Duncan, if you could just wait there. These are some bat cards that these are not going to be great grades. They're thicker cards. They're game used bat, but 3 legendary cards, and they're going to go from better to worse. And so hoping for a 9, but I just had such a wide range that they could actually be down to 7s, depending on how harsh they're going to be. And so I just don't think I can argue with an 8, and 43 sounds too low, especially for what I paid. It better not be $43, but these next ones, I mean, this one I paid $200 for all in. And just with Mickey Mantle, now I do admit I kind of was committed even when I bought it to send it in regardless, and I'm nervous of what the grade it's going to be, but I'm hoping for an 8, to be honest with you. I think we can work with that. That 110, I'm going to lose a good bit of money, which won't work. But now the Babe Ruth one, I have to admit, I'm $300 in, and this one was the worst one. So I'm afraid I can't argue with the 7. Anything higher, I would really appreciate. 7.5, but that one wasn't good. That PSA estimate, I can certainly work with that. That sounds way too high, and I don't trust anything with the PSA estimates. They're just all over the board, but I guess that'll work. Certainly would like more, but now this one just looked good. Now what they do with these thick cards, I don't know, but the only reason I sent this one in at the end, I was kind of hoping they'd see some thick cards that look bad, and then they see this one and say, hey, this one looks good, and kind of playing some mind games. But hopefully, I gotta admit, I think that one deserved a 10. But who knows what they do with some thick cards. But now what we're actually going to do is get out of this and hit back and find the one that's a 2-card lot. And it is that one, yep. And so we're going to do this one. This is only 2 cards. Now the first one should be the Shohei Ohtani, and I assume it's a 10 because I got upcharged. I did not look at what the upcharge was, but I assume it's this one, and I don't know what the offer is going to be. I might just have to take that offer because I'm $1,000 into that, and so, man, even if I sell it for $2,000, I mean $1,800, you take a good amount of fees. I mean, you got to take the eBay fees, and then you got to pay taxes on it. So that's right around the $1,400. So might not be bad. Now, if I can go 2 for 2, I think they deserve it. And you can see the top is a little bigger than the bottom. I'm hoping they didn't care too much because the front, if I remember, looked good. And I would love to see this as a 10. And that offer, now I'm $720 into that one. So that offer might not be the worst. And, giving up the offers on the 39 card lot, that could make up for it there. So can't complain there. I do like this offer thing. I'm frustrated with myself for getting busy and missing the other offers, but who knows? Lord has a plan, and we'll see. We got it. But thank you guys for watching.